here with Mr.
Rodrigo Silva, also known as We Love Rigo, also known as rod001.png on Instagram.
There you go.
That's
Plug
photography.
yourself. That's exactly what I want you to do. I was right about to say, just plug yourself. Alrighty, everybody. So this is the Tyler Durden Podcast. Welcome to the Tyler Durden Podcast. Tyler Durden, a.k.a. KTX Tyler, interview and have a conversation with other creatives. The goal of this podcast is to promote creativity and talk about what works for us and what hasn't worked, etc. As well as it's always been a goal of mine to start a podcast, and I think there's nothing better to talk about than creativity. And I will bring on different creatives that I know, photographers, musicians, writers, artists, basically anybody who can be considered tapped into a creative outlet that they're passionate about. All right, so now that was awful. I mean,
No, that was great.
that's the cool thing. It's like this is the first episode, so it's gonna be scuffed, and I'm fine with that.
Exposition setup.
Yeah. All right. So I'm here with Rigo. I know a little bit more about you than you know. I did a little digging, tried to do my little Nardo
I've met
thing.
this guy like one time at a party. About to put on my social.
All right. So the first question is, how did you get started in photography?
Okay, so I can't say like a lot of people are like, oh, I go take photos. I didn't take no photos. So the way it worked was one day I was in high school, like 10th grade. I had a cousin flying from Mexico who was like trying to study baking here in the U.S. and she had a camera, a Nikon D3400. It was like a red ruby one. Anyways, I was kind of bored one night and I was just like, hey, can I borrow that? And she was like, yeah, you can take it for the night. And so I went running around my little neighborhood just taking photos of the most random stuff in the middle of the night. Terrible photos, not good at all. Yeah. But they were like, in a sense, they were the most authentic photos I've ever taken because it was like, yo,
it was just
you
cool. Figuring shit out.
Yeah, it was literally just that. And then I kind of got hugged, saved up money, and then bought my own Nikon D3400 in the red. It's classic.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I started out the same thing, like taking pictures of my iPhone 4.
Yeah.
So, like, everybody starts somewhere.
No, yeah, it's kind of cool. Like, everybody has their own, like, little origin story when it comes to taking photos.
And so, how have you progressed since then? Like, with cameras, like, have you started shooting with bigger cameras, smaller cameras?
So, I've always kind of been, like, one setup type of guy. Like, I just have one setup, and I, like, master that setup.
That's
so
the way you do it.
I had the D3400, and I kind of used that until I, like, couldn't anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Until like broken stuff, but like I just got that plus like a 18 to 55 millimeter lens and a flash, and I just kind of figured that out. And then one day I lost it in a flood. During the snowstorm that happened.
Got you.
And I ended up like figuring it out and saved up and then bought the new one, which is the Sony A7 Mark III. Ooh. Nice little beast, a little upgrade.
Just a little, bro.
Just a little.
Damn.
And then I got a 55 millimeter for it. I mean, a 28 millimeter for it with a flash, and it's literally everything I take my photos on.
Oh, yeah.
Every single photo I've taken on that.
I shot a music video in LA with that camera. Dude,
really? It's fucking clean, right?
It is insane, bro.
Nah, and then the back, how it has, like, the display, that's, like, my favorite part, because I don't even use the viewfinder. I kind of just, like, frame it and take the photo, which is sick as fuck. Yeah.
Nah, that's awesome. All right, so let's see what else I have. Mm-hmm. What's your favorite thing to shoot? Like, out of all the things you shot before, like, what's that one thing that you're like, this is it. This is
that's a good one. No, it's a good one. Honestly, definitely, like, local shows. Like, a good, high-energy local show beats everything, especially because I'm, like, very, like, I be in there. Oh, yeah. I be in the pits with the camera going crazy.
You do this shit where you like,
yeah, I literally, no, you've seen it, yeah.
No, like, that's what I used to do. So I used to be in the pit too, like,
I
like to shoot concerts, and so I would be in the pit, right? And so I would grab the camera, and I would just like, kind of like,
and it's because the way the setup is usually at these shows, it's like there's a stage at the front, and then people fill in, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like if you really want shots of the actual person singing, you can't really be afar. You have to like be up there. And so that's why I learned that thing. I strap it to my arm and then do like the barricade.
Yeah, bro, that's what I used to do. Just like cave it with my body and just like make sure no one hits me.
Yeah, no, and I really got trained because all the shows I started going to were like kind of like heavier alternative shows. So it's like really crazy mosh pits. You seen Grex's set? No. Have you? Damn. No, okay. That's one of my best friends. His sets go crazy. People be wilding out. That's where I really learned how to protect my camera.
All right, let's see what else I have. Ooh, it's a great one. What's one thing you wish you shot more of?
Honestly, I kind of want to get back into skate photography.
Oh yeah.
The first photos I ever took was skate photography. So I really learned my bases. Honestly, like even when I got the new camera, what I did is I went to Carpenter Park up in by Frisco, I believe, somewhere up there, and I just shot there for like 2 months, just learning how to use this camera, and then I went to the shows. But that was like my training arc.
Yeah, so skate photography. That's when I started too. Like I swear I would have my iPhone 4 and a fisheye lens that was like that was like what's it magnetized to the
yeah.
And I would just follow my friends around while I skate.
That's fucking hard, dude. I remember I had one of those before when it was like trending on TikTok because they were selling them at like Dollar General. I like went and bought one and did a little shoot too.
Dude, it's fun. And honestly, like when my friends pulled it out, we were like doing this little shoot in his closet. Like, bro has like the coolest clothes for like doing a little shoot in his closet.
Word.
And bro was like, I got this little fisheye, you wanna try it out? And so like Lou took phone pictures with it, but like
yeah.
Clean.
Nah, it's fucking hard. Honestly, I need to venture into other cameras more, cause I've kind of like locked myself in with mine. So it's like, I honestly kind of like get creative block whenever I use a camera that's not mine.
That's fair.
And it's fucking weird, cause like, bro, just do the same thing.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you get comfortable with one camera, especially like if you're like used to that Sony, like I think you are. It would be hard for me to straight to another camera because you're trying to, use another camera. You have to like completely change your mindset because you're using a completely different device basically. And so not every camera does the same thing. So let's see here. How has photography been for your mental state?
Oh, I love this question. Okay. I have a terrible mental health outside of the photography, right?
Yeah.
But my photography ties in with it, and so it's like honestly like. I've kind of like attached the two together mentally, and so it's like I go harder when my mental health just like dishevels more.
That's
kind
a
of
good way
weird.
to put it. Yeah.
Like the more I'm disheveled, the more I think like my creative juices pump, and so I know this is not healthy and it shouldn't be this way. But like the happier I am, the worse my photography is.
No, I mean I think that's fair because sometimes I have a hard time pulling out a camera if I'm just genuinely having a good time.
Cause like let's say you're enjoying a show, right? Like you're gonna want to dance.
You want to enjoy the show.
Yeah, but even then, like enjoying the show and then taking photos is kind of fun too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, in terms of my creatives and stuff.
I got you. All right, let's see. All right, we're gonna veer off of photography. What is another passion you have besides photography?
Honestly, I'm kind of starting to try to like. Not really anything particular, but like just creating stuff. Mm-hmm. Like I'm trying to venture into other stuff. Like I'm trying to learn graphic design. Yeah. Like I'm trying to learn crocheting right now.
Oh hell yeah!
Skateboarding.
Bro, you start making some sweaters.
I started
like a grandma, bro.
Yeah, I started making like rap bars and verses because I'm thinking of dropping a song, which is like just for shits and giggles.
Hey, I dropped it, dude. One time, I was like backstory. I was homeschooled my whole life, and one day I was sitting at home, like bored during school, and I'd see my friends like make songs through Audacity. Yeah. And so I went on to YouTube Converter and I like downloaded an MP3 file. That was a pretty hard beat, and I literally wrote a rap in 5 minutes. And rapped it on the beat. It was pretty ass. But it was kind of fun because like I made a song in like 5 minutes, and every now and then when I think about it, I'll like show my friends. I'm like, who do you think this is? And then they're like, bro, I have no idea. And I'm like, that's me. It's like I lowered my voice, and so like it's insane. Yeah.
Okay, yes, this one. Yeah, no, like honestly, I don't have any like musical juices. It's more of like all my friends are like artists and stuff. Yeah. And it's like I've started to appreciate music now, and it's like I'm not taking it seriously. Like I'm not trying to.
That's the best way to start, because then like you're not like you're like honed in. If people give you criticism, you're not like crap, bro. Like I'm ass.
I feel like a YouTuber right now, like making their like song, and like it's trash, but it's like bro, I'm doing this for fun. Like don't expect that.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, just creative endeavors.
I got you. Who are some of your biggest influences? Not only for photography, but like for other things as well.
Okay. Biggest influence overall, you guys, any of my friends, is Tyler the Creator. Respect. I just love his chaotic energy, his creative direction, how he like really does whatever he wants, and that's kind of the reason I'm starting to do whatever I want too. Because it's like, he came out with a perfume the other day. He got Igor. He got what's called Golf Wang, all that stuff, and I'm gonna want to do that. And in terms of photography, there's a singular guy I can literally point you at. This guy named Joey Mills. He's a photographer I've seen on Twitter a long time ago. Okay. He like at the time he did very like grungy, dark aesthetic photos when everybody was doing like popular Instagram like stuff that is gonna blow up on Instagram. Yeah. Right, and so I
he went the
the alternative route. Now he's like a really amazing fine arts photographer.
Yeah, you gotta plug me up with him because that sounds dope.
Nah, he's fucking amazing.
Too. I'm usually like I'm pretty well versed in like.
Yeah, it's some like random guy from Chicago. Like it was literally Twitter algorithm led me to him. But honestly, you look at my work and then you look at him and you be like, okay,
you can kind of see
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's cool. Heck yeah, I like that. Let's see. Any funny shooting stories?
Any funny shooting
or
stories?
Or like any stories that you think are funny pertaining to photography?
Honestly, I'm terrible at telling stories. If I could like program, like if I could show you a feed, it would be funny. But I can't think of it on top of my head. Every time I shoot is chaotic. Cause like I shoot at the parties, you know, people be, people just be wilding out there. I don't got anything right now, but that's a great question.
Yeah. No, you're good, man. What's the best photography advice you've ever been given?
Bro, just take the damn photo. Just take some photos.
Yeah.
Like, really, like...
Just get out there.
A lot of people be like, take a photo and then get, like, upset that the photo isn't, like, high quality or is awesome. But it's like, you'll get there at some point.
Yeah.
Just start taking some photos. Like, if you want to be a photographer, just take some photos and you're a photographer.
Yeah.
You don't gotta impress everybody. Like...
Not all, just get out there and make stuff happen.
And it's like, you get your style and you get to a point where you're, like, you have your own, like, awesome, like... thing by getting there, which takes a minute. It's been 5 years and I'm just now like starting to have this style that everybody's like recognizing me for. Yeah, but like it
happens, man. Like that's the thing that's cool. Like is like once you get to that point where people start to recognize your work, that's a cool feeling. Cause like especially for me, like if I'm scrolling through people's Instagram and I see like a particular picture and I'm able to think about exactly what that is, that's awesome because they have a style and I'm able to recognize that. And so that's cool you found your style because like it took me a while.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes everybody a while. Let's see. I got
quick shout out to Tyler right here. Got some crazy ass photos. Literally, I remember one night I was like messed up off some stuff and I had came across a photo this dude posted and you know exactly which one it is. I DM'd you over it and I was like tripping balls and I seen it. It was like this photo that's it's like all blurry. It's the one with the strong vivid colors. It was at Solara's party, I believe.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There was one particular frame. Yes,
I appreciate you for sending that over to me because, like, oftentimes I'll post stuff and like there would be like a few pictures that I'm like about. Yeah. But, like once you pointed that out, I realized that I was like, oh, that's actually really
dude. I was geeking out over that photo. Like I was at my friend's party, we were having a barbecue, dude, and I was running up to everybody, showing them like vouch Ali, right? You were there, weren't you? Was I not geeking out over that one photo from this dude? Fuck, when we were doing...
Why would she remember? It was a barbecue.
Wait, we were both doing this shit.
We were going around. We'd be at parties all the time. What party?
It was at Logan's house. We were both... You could bleep this out if you want, but we were both tripping balls on acid. And remember...
oh my god,
and then
yes,
I that one photo?
Was you?
Yeah, that was him.
That was him? Yeah. Wow, yeah, that shit was dope. Yeah.
Nah, bro, I was running around showing your work to everybody, dude.
Like, oh god, you showed me that, I was like, that's alright.
Yeah, nah, bro, shout out. You actually inspired me to do some new shit, actually, so shout out.
Like, really, you did. Like, oh god.
That one photo, bro, said.
That's awesome. Alright, bro, I got one of those. I got one of those crazy questions for you.
Okay, I'm ready. What is this?
Alright, so what does the city of San Luis Potosi in Mexico mean to you?
Hey, bro. FBI shit. That's actually where I was born. Born and raised in San Luis Potosi, specifically Rayon, which is a small town nearby. But yeah, I was born there, emigrated over to the United States when I was like 6 months old. And been living here since, but like that's my hometown. Shout out San Luis Potosi, shout out my Potoseños over there. I love y'all, and yeah.
Yeah, you got family, you got hella family.
I do got hella family. Actually, the person who put me onto photography is from there. Okay. So shout out San Luis. That's the reason I take photos.
Nice. Let's see here. Okay. I'm curious. Like, how do you edit? Like, how do you edit your pictures?
Okay.
What's the process?
So for the longest time, I used Lightroom and Photoshop like everybody does, right? But my computer actually broke down, so I haven't been able to edit on it for like months now. So what I do is I use my homie's iPad.
Respect.
With Procreate. And I've been, like, all the previous shoots you've seen me do for, like, the last 2 months, I've been on his iPad. I'll just load it onto Procreate, and the reason I thought about it is there's another photographer named Drew Photo. He's, like, a really popular one. he edits on there, and so I was like, when I seen he had it, I was like, yo, can I like please use that?
Yeah.
And
I respect it.
yeah, I just be on my little his little Apple Pencil on there, just figuring it out. Shout out Nate. And honestly, it was kind of cool because it's kind of like out of desperation, I found a new method to edit.
Yeah.
Because like either I keep these photos on my camera and don't edit them, or I just figure it out, and I figured it out.
And what's your process for like sending the pictures out? Like,
yeah.
like whenever you take, say you take pictures at like a local show,
yeah.
and then you like see you have some pictures of a homie.
Okay.
Like, how do you get those pictures over to him?
So let's say I went out of my way to go to the show and I want to take photos.
Mm-hmm.
I'm honestly like really friendly, so I kind of usually already know everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah. So I'll take the photos, I'll edit them all, and then when I know they're ready, like the final ones, I'll like look up their ads and then I'll post them onto Google Drive. That's what I use. I use Google Drive, create the link, and then I'll just send the link over to them.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah. Shout out Google Drive, bro.
Yeah, shout out Google Drive.
Yeah,
I pay like
hey.
$3 a month so I can have like 200 gigabytes.
Yeah. Hey, fuck Mega. Google Drive gang.
Bro, let me see. I was gonna ask you about your history with your Nikon D3300, but I got that camera on, didn't I? You said you have a 3400?
Yeah, a 3400. But that's like, I'm surprised you know that. That was like,
dude,
that was before the scene.
I was like, bro, I found a picture on your Facebook. Bro, I found a
That's
picture
crazy.
on your Facebook, and you're taking a selfie with it.
Oh my god, is it the black and white one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I like looked at it real close, and I was like, I'm gonna ask him about this shit.
That's
I'm
crazy.
gonna ask him about the Nikon 3300.
Yeah, so fun fact about that photo. I believe, hold on, I don't remember if I changed it. Yeah, okay. So the profile pic for my photography Instagram is literally that photo, the lens.
Oh, no
of
way.
that photo, and it has been since I started doing
I
photography.
didn't even pick up on that. That's tight.
Yeah.
I like that. That's
Shout out. No, I'm glad you found that picture. Yeah, that picture is literally that photo right there, and I've had it ever since I started, never changing that. It's like to the roots, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Fun fact.
I have a little segment for you. So it's going to be called Explain This Picture.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
it's, I have a fantastic picture for you to see real
Man,
quick.
there's a lot of photos of me. I'm really nervous right now.
No, let's see if I got it. It should be right here. God dang, I have a lot of pictures. It's right.
So.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, yeah.
What am I about to see? Bro, what the fuck? Oh my
I'll
god.
put that picture up for y'all who are watching on YouTube.
Your boy hasn't always been good at taking selfies. I will say that. Has not always been the lady charmer. Yeah, so that's from fucking middle school. Shout out Uplift Heights Preparatory where I went to school.
Shout out middle school stuff. Who the fuck does that?
Shout out my middle school. Nah.
Shout out Urban Learning Middle School if we had it.
If we had it. That's wow. That's a photo I don't need leaked. That's gonna be the next meme. There's
you gotta hop on your Facebook and delete that shit. But I will say, finding you on Facebook was a pain and a half, bro.
No, yeah, I don't have
Facebook.
Facebook.
It was impossible.
No, I literally quit Facebook when I was like 15, dude. That's what's really shaking me.
Well, not
right
only
now.
that, it's like, bro, everybody has your name.
Yeah.
Rodrigo Silva is
It's
very
common name.
bro.
So you're like in there for
I
hours.
was in there for hours.
Wow, honestly.
Bro, I went through all of your cousins' fucking Facebook.
That's crazy.
Trying to find yours. It was
I'm
insane.
I'm a mystery man on Facebook, bro.
Hey, that's a good thing, man. Like, it's just, my name isn't even Tyler Durden.
Yeah.
Whoa, plot twist.
No,
Sorry,
That's crazy. He's actually
No, my name's Tyler, but my last name is
Yeah.
y'all ever seen Fight Club?
Fight Club?
Yeah.
I know what it is.
So Brad Pitt's character is Tyler Durden. And I saw that movie in 2017, and I was like, that is a fantastic name.
And so you took
And so I really changed all my socials in 2017 to Tyler Durden.
That's
And-
hard. I
Did
fuck
your
with
parents
that.
get married? Do you have a new last name now or something? Or
No,
your
literally, no, it's funny though, cause like some of my friends have been friends with me for a long time. They think that my last name is Durden, and it's funny whenever it somehow comes up that it's not my last name.
Because it's such a casual little change.
Yeah. And I mean the cool thing is I built a name around it too. I mean, it's kind of connected to KTX Tyler, my handle, and so I feel
That's
like
hard.
it's cool though, cause I'm able to separate myself like Tyler X, my
Yeah.
actual last name, and then Tyler Durden, that's like my alter ego.
Yeah.
It's like my photographer.
It's funny you say that because I have the same thing. So Rigo is like my public name. Like that's my like everybody knows me as Rigo, right? We love
Yeah.
Rigo. But the name my family calls me by is Alexis.
Oh, for real?
That's why. So I should have just sent you the whole name. It would have fucking made it so much easier. But my full name is Rodrigo Alexis. So so it's like my public persona, Rigo.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my like personal, like if I'm at home, it's Alexis, which is fucking. I get it, bro. I get it.
Hey. All right, I got a crazy question for you. All right, so
Alright.
you graduated in 2018, right?
Yes.
Was it from Uplift Heights Preparatory?
Yeah. Shout out Uplift Heights Preparatory again. I went there middle school through high school.
I have a good question for you.
Yeah.
So, like, going to prep school, how did that, like, change the trajectory in your life? Just, like, how has it made you look at life? So, I'm sure going to prep school is a little bit different than, like, you know, people going to public school and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure, like, it's kind of changed your outlook on life.
Definitely.
Like, how so?
Okay, so it's actually like so I went to a prep school, right? But it wasn't like the high end prep school type stuff. It was more like it was a school put up in low income communities to like give them a better chance like going to college and stuff.
Yeah.
And so what they would make us like wear uniforms every day, and
So it's pretty much like normal people and stuff.
Yeah, so it was like normal people, right? Like the
Yeah.
people there are like people you'd see like just in your community, right?
Yeah.
But they had us like dressed up in suits and stuff every day to school. There was like hella rules, and they had us like, basically they set us up so we'd be like building us to be perfect like people for college.
Okay.
Perfect students for college, and which is cool because it's like they're giving us all these opportunities, and you know if you want to go to college, that's amazing. But on the bad side of it, there's no creative freedom whatsoever.
Yeah.
We had no like arts clubs. We had like one art class.
That's important too.
Yeah. There was like literally zero creative like freedom output, and so I feel like that really like stifled my creative journey.
Good ass word, bro. Damn, I need to start using that word more. Bro said stifle, bro.
Yeah, I never really got a chance to like really figure out my self identity in the way that some people would like wear like certain clothes to school, like you come in your Yeezys, your new drips and stuff. It's like I want to school in a suit, dog.
Yeah, so then like once you get out, I'm sure it's like hard because you're like,
so
like, how do I dress?
It was one of the weirdest culture shocks was I went to UNT for a moment, and going from like 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. like in a like strict ass school to like having the creative freedom to do literally anything was kind of like not a good idea.
Yeah.
Because it ended up like, the whole joke of like Christian kids always come out, like super religious kids always come out the most wild.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like that. Like I got put from the structure system into this wild environment, and like it hindered me more than it helped.
Yeah, that's why I was expecting. Cause I mean, like I've seen it like real bad because I was homeschooled, and most homeschool families homeschool their kids to like shelter them from like the public school, and so I saw a lot of kids like shelter their whole life, and then they graduate, and then once they're out on their own, that's when they then have those experiences, and they kind of like go crazy. And thankfully, I was like, I had like my parents are awesome, and they were strict, but like not too strict. So I was able to like, I got that all out of my system in high school. Yeah. And so now it's funny because I know like 23-year-olds that are like acting like high schoolers because they never got the chance. But like, I know one dude, man. He's just the dude. You can tell that he is like now living life out of the house because he's just wilding. Bro's wilding.
I like honestly, I'm a little more. I'm still really chaotic, but I'm more calmed down because I had my college phase was where I was like.
Hey, everybody has that. Everybody has that like phase where they get it out of their system because if you never get out of your system, you're always gonna want to get out of your system.
The real thing is how bad are you gonna fuck up during that phase?
True. Yeah, because some people like it goes down like the complete bad path.
Like there's some shit you don't return from. I got lucky, honestly. Like I was acting out, but I didn't act out as much as I could have. Yeah. And it's like you're absolutely right. Like now you see people like even in the scene, like you just see people wilding out and doing like crazy shit. And you can tell why.
Yeah, it's because they like never got to. And I mean, like for me, I'm like, how old do you think I am?
Honestly, like somewhere between like 19 and 22.
That's fair. I'm 19, right? And so I got. I'm pretty young, and usually I would be going through that phase right now. But I got all that shit out of my system in high school, thankfully.
And honestly, that's how it should be.
Yeah, because now I'm chill. I can understand my limits, and I'm like, you know, I have a grasp on things and I'm not like wilding out of control.
Like, my thing is, like, if you're gonna fuck up, it's better to fuck up as a 16-year-old not paying taxes.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
21-year-old
Yeah,
who's
bro.
paying taxes has
Oh,
to
yeah.
find somewhere to live, and then you're doing this crazy shit. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
honestly, like, if I ever have a kid, like, I'm definitely letting them wild out during their teenage years, because it's easier to bail out a 14-year-old than it is to bail out a 24-year-old.
That's facts. Y'all heard that right here. Rigo with the fucking preaching, bro. Let's see. I got some other questions in here somewhere. Oh yeah, how do you like the Dallas area? Cause you've grown up here. Right?
So yeah, I grew up my whole life here. Honestly, like, I used to hate Dallas. I used to want to like move out of here before I knew any of this shit was happening. Cause to me it was like such a like boring city to me that like there wasn't shit happening.
Yeah.
And then like just one wild night, I ended up at a random party, and then suddenly I know about every party in Dallas, and I'm partying every night. And it's like now I love the city, and I have so much love for the city and the people here.
Yeah.
I've like fallen in love with it, and like I love going out and like how you like meeting creators and shit.
Yeah.
Like every time I like geek out every time I meet a new photographer. Like, and I always like bombard them with questions like I did you. I was like, what camera do you use? Like, what's your process? All that shit. Cause it's like, it's fucking amazing learning about people.
Oh yeah, because like the crazy thing about photography is like everybody's different, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're a photographer and you've made a name for yourself in any capacity, whether you have 500 followers to 1,500, or like 50,000, whatever. Like if you're like good at your shit, like it's so interesting to talk to those people because everybody has a different process. It's never the same. It's never the same camera. Sometimes it is, but like it's never the same camera. Usually people have like different things they do, and you're like, you can pick up on it. You can learn.
And that's one of the things I really love, like setups. I love people asking what their setups, because like, you know, if you're not a photographer, people just pick up a camera and it's like they all do the same shit, but they don't. Not all cameras act the same.
No, man, it's crazy. Like every camera has like a mind of its own, and that's why I have so many. I think I counted recently. I have 22 cameras that work, and then I have 8 cameras that don't. So I have 30 cameras.
Shit, man.
And,
fuck yeah.
Well, I mean, some of them like stop working, but I mean, it's cool because like I can like really pick what I want for a shoot because like I've used most of the cameras, and so like if I'm about to go on a shoot and I want a certain look, I can like pick up 5 cameras and then just go.
And then you do film, so that's even more like modular.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Like digital is sick, but like film is really like
that's
a whole language.
Dude, it is.
And that's one of the reasons. I've been
speaking that language for 5 years, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's honestly one of the reasons I've been scared to pick up film, because it's like going back to that step one, which you know.
Of like kind of not knowing what to do. Is that it?
Like you go, because like right now, let's say I know exactly what to do on digital. Like I have mastered the process for over 5 years. I've gotten to where I'm at. But going back to film, it's like learning how to develop, learning learning Portrait 400, Kodak 300, like all the different types of films. And then the lens, and then your camera's bodies.
Honestly?
It's a whole different thing, but I need to, and it's like, I need to follow my own advice.
I'll give you the rundown. Bro, I've never developed my own film.
Really?
Ever. I always drop it off to get developed because I don't got time for that. Because as is, like, I don't even have the room for that either. Like, I would have to have my own dark room. I mean, I could do a changing bag, or I could, like, do a bathroom, but I'm lazy. I'm lazy as hell.
I feel you.
And so I just pay to get dropped off, and then, like, they develop it, scan it, and then I send all the images back on a USB, stick it to my computer, airdrop them to my phone.
Hell yeah,
easy.
dude.
And honestly, like, I don't know all the lenses and stuff like that. I mean, I have I have a fair amount of knowledge for like that stuff, but like I mean, it doesn't necessarily like usually like I would just pick up a point and shoot and just like I mean, like it's easy to get into film. It's just like the hard part is how expensive it is, bro. Because I mean, like I can't like my camera that I have in my bag right now I bought for like $5, right? Yeah. But like a roll of film costs $20. To get it developed where I go is like $17 because I get it scanned high resolution. And so like with all that, it's like $2 a picture almost. Like it's insane. And so that's the only thing I will say about film. I love film, but like it is expensive. So if you get into it, you better have some bands.
You better be ready to drop a load.
You better be banded up, bro.
I know I definitely want to learn though, because I really want to shoot medium format. Like, I've always been interested in shooting medium format because it's just sick, dude.
Oh yeah, medium format. I've been thankful because I just got one of my medium format cameras fixed, and I hadn't been able to shoot medium format in a long time. And I've been shooting a little bit more medium format. it's just so hard though because you only have like 12 pictures per roll.
Yeah.
And so it's insane. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna start doing a little bit more medium format just because it looks so nice.
No, it's fucking crisp. It's
It
beautiful.
is.
There's a reason it's like all the photographers.
Have you ever seen large format?
No.
So there's 35 millimeter, right?
Yeah.
And there's 120.
Yeah.
And then there's like 4x5, which is like 4x5 inches.
Yeah.
And then there's like an 8x10 camera. Dude,
Yeah.
the pictures that large format cameras, like, it is insane. It is the crispest
Yeah.
shit you will ever see in your life. And like ever since I saw one, I was like, when I get older and I have the money for one of those cameras, I'm getting it. It's a pain in the ass to shoot. You have to like set it up and it takes like 30 minutes to usually set up your shot, but bro, pictures are crisp.
And like one of the other things I love about I'm a portrait photographer, right? Like obviously all my photos you search on portrait. That's really what I specialize in. They're all already 4x5. Anytime I post my photos, and even when I like print them or anything, it's 4x5.
Yeah.
So it's like medium format is literally what I edit to be in, straight there.
Yeah, I fuck with that. All right, let me see. I got some other questions. I believe. Do I? I may have. I think there's one question I haven't asked. Did I ask you, was one of your favorite things about photography? I don't think I asked that.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, what's one of your favorite things about photography?
The satisfaction of getting a really clean ass photo.
Oh yeah.
Like that moment where it's like once you finish editing a photo and you just sit back, like you're done doing your editing session, you just look at them and it's like, that's heat. Like that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. And then posting that and like getting hella love for it, but like really just that initial like, you just killed that shoot.
Oh yeah.
And it's like you just upgraded. Like one of the things I feel a lot is because I'm very like I build up.
Mm-hmm.
So like every time I take photos I like learn something new, and then the next shoot I do I take that thing and I upgrade it.
Hell yeah.
And so it's like I always like have this constant satisfaction of like knowing that my new shit I put out is colder than my last shit I put out.
Okay. Yeah.
And so it's like, and it's
I feel that. Cause like, bro, those pictures I dropped today, like I'm like I could easily say like those are like my favorite pictures I've ever taken.
Yeah.
Like, my favorite pictures I've ever posted.
Yeah.
And that's the cool thing, man. It's like getting to that point where like you're just so satisfied and like happy with how it's coming out, and like every time you shoot you get better. And it's crazy because like I don't know what my roof is. Like I have no idea what the roof is for me because like if these are the best pictures I'm taking, but I still have all this other stuff to like do. It's just like there's some like
I get what you're saying, 100%.
It's crazy.
It's like I know I'm cold. I have like a little ego where it's like I know I'm good as fuck, but it's like I can get better.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And it's like that feeling of knowing you can get better and chasing after that, like.
Oh yeah.
So it's addicting.
It is. It really
like,
is. And like
don't do drugs. Just edit photos. I swear it'll be even more satisfying.
Don't do drugs.
Just edit some photos. Yeah.
Are there any movies you've seen that like that influence your photography or just influence your life? Like, what are some of your favorite movies that you could say?
I'm not really a movie guy, dude.
That's
honestly. But I do appreciate a really well shot film.
Okay.
Like. For example, like that new Batman movie, right?
Oh yeah.
Fucking beautiful shots, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like the whole time it's like I love artsy films that are just like, yo, what is it? The lighting, the guy who does the camera work. What's it called again?
Director of photography.
The director of photography, whatever that. Whoever works those shots, shout out. Shout out, man.
Shout out the dude from the Batman.
The cinematographer. Oh my god.
There you go. Yeah,
I have so much love for good cinematographers.
Yeah, the cinematographer. That's what it was. I was like director of photography.
Cause like man, just like watching a movie like as a photographer and seeing some real clean shots that is not just like Justice League, for example, like the one by what's his name, the new guy, Josh Whedon or whatever. So there's like two versions of Justice League, right?
Yeah.
And like
okay,
there's like the version with Zack Snyder. I love those shots. The version with Josh Whedon is like real like dead.
I think it's the camera's turned off real quick. You good, homie? The battery died, but it's fine. We still got the audio.
Still got the audio.
Still got the audio.
So it's like when I watch a movie and I could tell that they put thought into doing some like really well shot, really well lit shots. I'm like, dude, fuck yeah. Yeah. That pushes the shit forward and it puts it on to like the rest of the world too. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. And I'm curious, like, what music do you listen to? Like, you say you like Tyler Creator, and I believe you have some, like, you like heavy stuff. So, like, what you be listening to like that?
I'm literally all over the place, dude. Like, definitely Tyler Creator, obviously one of my favorites and stuff. But I listen to everything, like Suicide Boys.
Oh yeah.
Fucking. I love Denzel Curry. That's one of the dudes.
I met him and I got to take his
serious?
picture. Yeah, but that's the crazy thing. So,
Bro,
like, one thing I would say that's weird about my photography is, like, I mean, I've definitely upped my game in this past year. I've been going really hard at it, but man, like, for a while I was still doing my thing, and so, like, I took some, like, amazing pictures, and, like, I've met so many people, and, like, if you just scroll down my Insta, like, you'll just be like, damn, this dude's been doing it for forever.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, I took a 3D picture of Denzel Curry, as well as I got to meet him and got a picture with him.
Sick, dude.
I will say, out of every single celebrity I've met, he's the coolest. Like,
I bet.
He's just so humble, and he's so, like, about the people, and he's just like, he's just a cool guy. Like, you know? Because I met, Earl's an asshole. Earl's an asshole, bro.
You know,
like,
I see it.
I mean, and that's the thing, man. Is like, it's weird because I've met a few celebrities. I've met a few, like, rappers and such, and, like, there's definitely like an ego thing, right? And that's, like, I mean, I don't know. I can definitely tell, like, when rappers is cool, and, like, Denzel, man, he's awesome.
I have, like, this joke I tell people, or it's not even a joke, I just tell people, like, this advice whenever they come into the scene for the first time. I'm like, look, dude, have fun in the sauce, but don't get lost in it.
Yeah.
Like, sip the sauce, don't drown in it.
Exactly.
And it's, like, I feel like a lot of people, like, they get in the scene, they blow up, they get, like, their little 5 minutes of clout, right? And they'll get a little ego. And then they'll, like, that ego will, like, it's like they lose what make them cool. Because it's like they...
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what makes you cool is who you were before you got the clout, and then you got the clout, and now the clout makes it's damaging your actual self. Yeah. And it's like, that's, like, really annoying to me. But, like, people who, like, stay themselves throughout, that's the people I love. Like,
oh yeah. No, I feel that, man. That's exactly how Denzel is. And man, out of all people I've met, I want to meet Tyler, bro. I want to meet him.
Real shit, dude.
So bad.
Oh my god, like, just watch any interview with Tyler and it's, like, chaotic. Like,
I like that video where it's like me and Rocky watch Snack DVD and cuddle. And Rocky's like, I don't do that. And then Tyler's like, yeah, I do that.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Tyler's awesome, man. I need to.
And he's like, he's so genuine. He's like, he gives some real advice, like, real shit.
Oh yeah.
Every now and then he'll, like, drop an interview. Like, I just watched one with Nardwar, and he'll, like, drop, like, real advice and shit.
Oh yeah.
There's one interview he did with somebody, like, when the new Call Me If You Get Lost dropped.
Yeah.
He did this interview, and, like, he said some real shit, and he like, I don't know. I just feel like he's such a genuine guy, and I aspire to be like him.
Oh yeah.
And whatever endeavor and shit.
No, I feel that. All right, I think we are almost to the end of the questions. There's this other question I got. Do you have any special memories attached to the anime Nana?
Nana? What? I've never watched that.
Bro, that was a shot in the dark thing. This is your profile picture.
I will tell you. Yeah. I am fake as fuck for that, actually. I just think it was a cool shot, bro.
That's hilarious, bro. I really thought that, like, this man, if you use that as your profile picture, I was like, this man must have some, like, special ass memories attached to that anime.
Fuck no. I just thought it looked cool.
I was looking at the, like, IMDb thing, and I was like, this looks like a weird ass anime, like, whatever, like, I'm not gonna...
I will tell you my favorite anime, though.
Oh, yeah, what's your favorite?
I will. I have two of them, actually. Gurren Lagann. One of my, like, favorite, shit got me out of so much. This is a beautiful ass little fucking anime that's honestly a little, like, it has plot, like, you know, like, plot, fan service, and it has, like, genuine plot, but I love it. It studies, like, depression and, like, grief, and it talks about serious topics while under the guise of, like, a kid's TV show.
I like that.
It's fucking sick. Like, I definitely recommend that to anybody. It's supposed to be, like, a spiritual successor to Neon Genesis.
Okay.
Not as good in the idea of, like, the whole philosophy and shit, but it's, like, it's a good watch.
Yeah.
You'll have a good time. Gurren Lagann.
Okay.
Fucking sick.
Sounds dope.
Yeah, it's
what's your other favorite anime?
It's a robot anime. If you like robot shit,
okay.
It's one of those. But Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Okay.
Classic. Everybody loves it.
Yeah, man. I watched that during such a depressing moment in my life, and I just remember, like, the beauty in it is just, like, comforting, man.
Yeah.
It's so comforting.
It's so fucked, but, like, in a really beautiful way.
And, like, bro, that mom, or, like, that woman that takes care of him, bro, like, She bad. For an
Not
anime
gonna
woman,
lie.
bro.
Shout out to real one.
Whatever the fuck her name is. That's my whole problem with anime.
Yeah.
Is like, bro, I have such a hard time remembering their name. Like after like it's been like
Yeah.
2 years since I watched it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
I can't be remembering characters' names like that.
And it's like I watch so much anime, like it's like I'm sorry,
Yeah,
bro. If it's
yeah.
not fucking Ash Ketchum, don't ask me.
Or like light Yagami. That's like
Yeah, like
everybody knows
shit.
that one.
But even then, it's like those are like mainstream things where it's like I don't even remember his name because I like cared that much, but it's because so many people talk about them.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Eren Yeager.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Eren. You know what I'm saying? I don't know
Yeah.
their names because I care that much. It's literally just people talk about them.
Oh yeah, no, I feel that. My favorite's probably like Death Note and Code Geass. You ever seen Code Geass?
I need to. People always recommend
dude,
it.
it is like I don't know why, but like that is it's beautiful for whatever reason.
Yeah.
It's like really beautiful, and I watched it during like an interesting moment in my life. I was like, I just graduated high school. I was delivering pizzas, and I wasn't supposed to I wasn't like near close to where I was supposed to be. Like I was supposed to be out of the house, like doing stuff, and I wasn't. I was just delivering pizza, and so I would watch Code Geass, and man, it was just like the music too, man. You ever heard that Lil Peep song? He like samples a clip from
really?
it.
That's hard.
Yeah,
What
Lil
the
Peep.
fuck?
It was Lil Peep's favorite anime. I learned that whenever I was done watching it, but. Yeah, he sampled a little clip from it, and like, so when I was watching the show, I was like, "Yo, that's a Lil Peep song."
Yeah.
It came on. I was like,
"Hey, yo, yeah."
So yeah.
Right. Shout out.
To finish off, I want to ask you: is there anything I can help with? Like any advice or any questions you have, or like any connections you want to make? Like what can I do to help you?
Ooh, that's such an interesting question. Damn, dude. Honestly,
you can sit on it for a second. Any like people you need to meet? Any
bro? How do you meet celebrities? That's my real question. Cause like here's the thing, I've been taking photos for a while now.
Yeah. Never
ran into a celebrity the whole time. I've never even got to work with them. The only celebrity I've ever met is Waka Flocka in 2012 at a random beach in Destin, Florida. That's the only celebrity I've ever met.
Just ran into him. Okay, yeah, that's a great question. So. What happened was I went to my first ever concert in September 17th, 2017, and it was Brockhampton, right? And so I got to the concert super early because I was such a big Brockhampton fan, and sure enough, like this was like Warehouse Live in Houston, and sure enough, I'm sitting there in line with some friends I made, and tour bus pulls up, and all of them just hop out, and they're just there.
Yeah.
And so like. They kind of went around meeting everybody and saying hi because there's only a few of us, and so that was like the first time I ever like took a picture of a celebrity. I took a picture of Kevin Abstract and Romil and Jabari and Nick, and so yeah, like after that moment, I realized if I got to concerts super early, and their tour bus just pulls up, they have no other option than to meet me in my camera. And so that's how I met Denzel. I will say, it may have just been like a life hack that I ended up at that specific venue, but that specific venue had it to where like when the tour bus pulls up, they have to pull up right where the line is, right? And so I'm not saying that's like that for every single like venue, but for the venue I was going to, that's what it was like. And so every time I was at that venue specifically, I would get there super early, and I would basically like just wait for the tour bus to show up. And so like I remember I was sitting there with Denzel. I was sitting there waiting for Denzel, and he pulls up, and I'm sitting in a lawn chair watching anime. Got to meet Denzel, take his picture. I was the only one in line whenever Earl Sweatshirt, his tour bus pulled up, and so yeah, that's like the little life hack I learned was like if you get to concerts super early, or also I will say another reason I like doing that is because I would also try to meet their manager. Because in my mind, if I meet their manager, I'm cool with him. If they come back into town and they need a photographer, I want to be that person, right?
That's smart.
And so, for that that Denzel show really put me on because at that Denzel show, I was able to meet Denzel's manager as well as City Morgue's manager. Because City Morgue opened up for Denzel.
Shit, yeah. And
so I got plugged up with City Morgue's manager, and so whenever they were coming back into town, March 6, 2020, I asked if I could shoot it, and sure enough, the manager was like, "Hell yeah, bro! Like, picture's tight. Like, come in. Like, we'll let you like shoot for us." And so that was my first ever like shooting for an artist.
Yeah.
And so and then I also like the shoot that I did a week ago for horror. I met them because they opened up for Ghostman. I took some really good pictures of them, and I kind of met them through that. And so really, it's just asking too. Like one thing I will say is like one day I was like bored at work, and so I literally just hit up a whole bunch of artists that I listened to. Like, yo, like let me shoot your Houston tour. Like if they're going on tour. And horror responded back, and they're like, hell yeah, bro, like let us know whenever, let us know like a week before so we can get you like your guest pass or whatever. So yeah, I'd say like concerts are like for real like huge. Like so, stay after or get there early.
In a sense, shoot your shot. Don't bully down. Shoot your shot.
In a sense,
not just with the baddies, with your artists.
And then is there any other questions or anything else I could?
Honestly, that was like kind of my burning thought this whole time. Thank you. That's actually some really good advice.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate that.
All right, so this has been the Tyler Durden Podcast, albeit a little scuffed because my camera battery died while I was taking video. So, but hope you enjoy and appreciate the listen.